some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the... Side kick and take possession right back. The offense will have... its first time out of the half. To the air. It's Ncaa. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Let's go. Right. Single, single. 180.
Rides the back and leaves it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, USA!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down coming up. Caught behind the line. It's dribbling. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Buying some time. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lee. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Got a little space. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick. They get it.
He'll take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Moving out of the pocket. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch at the 10. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. call this. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position.
Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Still running at the 40. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Finds a man on the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Stribling. Breaks the tackle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Had to throw it before he wanted.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Now he's going to break the pocket. Slings it downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans! toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Randall. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big out of the end zone and came up a little short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He might want another play. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's going to go up top. Complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Powers through the defender. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. He's going to take off. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Yeah, they decide to go for a fourth down, and they get rewarded. He makes a quick decision, gets the first down. Nice job by this offense, and specifically the QB making a nice read.
And the Wolverines are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. On the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He'll try to do it himself. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clemson jumps to the line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He'll take another shot here. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to fire deep. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
This is a design run. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. On the run, deep down the right side. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give out of the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down 1 possession. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So here comes the Michigan offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding.
He's going for it all. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Wow, gutsy call that time by the offense. They're going option on 3rd and long, and the defense is going to watch the film. They're going to be kicking themselves. Nobody was accounting for the quarterback. That was an easy read and decision for him to go get the first down and keep this.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the option. The give to the tailback. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the option. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Turning it on. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Now adjusting. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're setting up the screen. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still a two-touchdown lead at 14. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes his man miss. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll run the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Across the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, nice job by the running back. I like he understood that it was 4th and 1. I got to get that first down. And how about the blocking up front, creating a hole, creating some space. Not only did he get the first down, makes the big play, sparks this offense.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they took a shot down the field, but interesting to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
The option look. And the ball is free on the pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Buys a little time. Makes the catch, it's Randall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking for room, it's Randall. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They'll run it on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Moves away as he feels pressure. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Clemson. And the comeback is on. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up at the touchdown.
He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and bring it back. They get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Marshall. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Number 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw again. Skips away from pressure. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. To the air, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple...
Touchdown, Tiger! Fitted in the window for the score.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
They'll run the option. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
First down on the offense.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Serious noise on this huge 4th down play. Fires to the big fella. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big 4th down here in the 4th quarter.
He'll pitch it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
and he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it, the only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big lunch.
Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's no good. He missed it. Still up by 8 after the miss.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the fourth quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Throw to the end zone, picked off. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers.
good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Strong kick to get this one underway. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And he is tackled. Inside his own 5, tried to go backwards and committed the cardinal sin on the return. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give on the option. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. looking to throw. It's Ncaa. Bought a little time, lets it go.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Great job by the back on the option.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Let's go. Let's go.
Handoff to the single back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Uncorks one to the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here's a heat. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Dropping back, it's Ncaa, looking to scramble. Turning it on! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. We got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Motion from the back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Find some fresh air. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Try to get it to the edge. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The lone back's got it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
22, order. Kill.
Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
The pitch. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And the try is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They'll send the back in motion. Toss sweep to the left. There he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw again. The throw to the outside is complete. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Graham. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. The quick out. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Gives it on the option. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Toss to the outside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Carr. Dances away. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Oh, better look out. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive, Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
He's in open space downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short.
Football 7. Flag. 4-1-4 satellite. Low.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sends it back in motion. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here come the Irish back on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. And you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. As a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll run the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. The Irish send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Steps away to find some room. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Graham. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Bringing the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're
breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
With the catch, it's Graham. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Tackled immediately after the catch. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. He's looking to pass. Pocket breaking down. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
From the gun. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Wants to pass. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Notre Dame.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Notre Dame. And the pummeling has started.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Scanning the field, it's Ncaa. Throwing right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Makes a grab and there's room. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter and Notre Dame has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The offense changing the play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That pass is incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sidelines. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. To throw, it's Ncaa. He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And they'll try to tack on 2. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
Oh, they really can, and they're asked to block.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. They'll send the back in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the right. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Down. Dog.
Read option, keeps it to the left side. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Gets the back moving. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They boot it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws another interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and we'll see if they go for it here.
Coming up, 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll run for it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll set up to throw. Here's the pressure. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if